Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Karen Newman. This is the Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. It is Saturday, the 28th of May, 2022. And we have with us our very, very beloved special guest coming to us from Cork, Ireland. Hi, everyone, and welcome. This is Karen Newman. That I never can Saturday Human Colony Hucolo webinar. How to evade that. But anyway. So welcome, Lou. How are you? It's good to see you. Are you muted? No. Can you hear me? Everyone can hear me? Angie?
Yes.
All right. So Lou, it looks like you've got more and more pictures on your wall. Every time we talk to you, your room is getting more decorated. Can you hear us?
Yes, it's a little choppy.
Am I choppy? No. Okay. All right. So we'll start with Susan. Why don't you do a blessing, and then we'll have Angie do an announcement, and we'll just get going here. And then, yeah, we'll get started. So Susan, take it away, please.
She can't unmute.
Oh, you're muted. That's right. I turned that off. So, okay. All right, go for it.
Great. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Changed. Okay. All right.
To sikakia to tia o si akukia itia kia sukotaia sikuia sikia blessings from throughout the universe si ako etia to kotia siko ha sikakotaia sikutoia sikoia. We are all watching you at this time and supporting your work. Si aya to koia tia sikotia ituko kia si oia tia ko de si auto ia sikia. We send you our love. Sukotaia to continue to shine your light brightly. Much blessings from the Venusians.
Thank you, Venusians. All right. So, Angie, you have an announcement?
Yes, I want to announce that we have two classes now that are scheduled. On Sunday, June 12th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the Galactic Energy Healing Student class. It is 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. one day. Cost is $150. If you're interested in that information, as well as registering, classes at hucolo.org. The second class that is scheduled is Saturday, July 23rd, 1:30 to 6:30. It's the Galactic Energy Healing Teacher course. I'm going to be teaching the student course. Jim is going to be teaching the teacher course. 1:30 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All classes are Eastern Standard Time. And for questions or want to schedule register, classes at hucolo.org.
Perfect. All right. Well, so if people want to stay on screen, they can. But so Lou, what's been keeping you? What you've been doing for the last couple of months? The last time we had you on was in February, and that was right before I took off. I don't know if I was in India the first time, the last time we had you on, or right before. Was I already here?
I think you were.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. What's been happening? Well, I mean, we've had some gigantic energetic shifts, I think, on the planet. And, we've just had these two eclipses that were extremely powerful, solar eclipse and a lunar eclipse. And, I think a lot of us are finding our feet at this point in a much more powerful way in terms of bringing our light and our love and our energy and our consciousness out into the world. The tide is really, really feeling like it's turning to me. And there are still the challenges every day. You were trying to get back from feeding the dogs and all that through the crowd and the heat and all that excitement. And we've all got our own version of that. So my house has been up for sale here for a little while, and then off the market and on the market. And I've got my residency coming up this week, the third and final time. So, it's keeping me busy, but I've gotten into gotten into my music, and I'm looking forward to sharing some music here. Got some channelings from my soon to be published ebook called Mastering a Planetary Healing Crisis, and happy to chat with you and catch up and talk about the world.
Well, it's fantastic. I know you made a comment that music has really, like, you've always done music, obviously, but lately you've really stepped it up, started doing a lot of gigs and everything. So talk a little bit about that. What was the impetus for that, and how's that? What has that been doing with you? How's that been going?
Sure. Well, it's honestly, you know, I had this house fire 2 days before Christmas in 2020 that really rocked my world. And I've been living in the same apartment for the last 17 months. And just down the road from my old house and from where I'm living, same neighborhood, is the farmers market. And because the guys there get up and play every week, they've had me come up every time they're playing. And then today is the 5th time I've done a solo gig there. And it's just opened a lot of doors for me, and it's gotten me back into learning songs. I'm going to play you a song I've learned recently, and you know, getting out and playing for people, and more and more people seeing my videos of my music, etc. So that's been very inspiring.
That's perfect. So you're going to do a little music for us.
Yes, I'm going to do you a little music here. Absolutely.
Well, we will enjoy that. And well, maybe you can describe what kind of music you're doing, maybe.
Sure. This is folk, you know, folk rock kind of thing, American. The songwriter is Steve Forbert, who comes from New England. You might know the name. His first album was called Alive on Arrival, and that's what this is from. And this is Grand Central Station. I'm going to play you today here.
Perfect.
All right, for all us Americans. All right, thank you. Here we go. Grand Central Station, wheels empty, crowds rush and swirl round past the newsstands and out across the floor, and I did some singing. And I need guitar down the way, howling out words and hanging out chords. Well, think what you will, laugh if you like, it don't make no difference to me. Open my case, and I might catch a coin, but all here's medicine for free. Big clocks are ticking, trains came away. Sad, ragged figures break down the hallways and dug through the trash, while old folks and young folks passed in all going somewhere, wrapped in their lives and all in a flash. Well, think what you will, laugh if you like, it don't make no difference to me. I'll open my case and I might catch a coin, but all here's medicine me stop where I stand. You hold me so quickly. Cops here will nab your boy and they'll take you right on down. Yeah, but I take my chances. And luck saw me through. I played until I finished. Open my case and pulled out myself. Well, think what you will. Laugh if you like. It don't make no difference to me. Open my case and I might catch a coin, but all ears may listen for free.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell me what that song means to you and why that song's important for you in this.
Well, yeah, thank you. It's a great question. I love the line there, all ears may listen for free. And it's a very spiritual song, as worldly as it is, because I think that's the challenge and the invitation for all of us to give away our gift and see how life will respond to that, and to not hold back. I love the whole idea of just putting it out there and seeing what comes of it, and that's certainly how I've lived my life. So I relate to it.
I had the teacher, the guru here, the Swami. He always says that any kind of extreme in life is usually some kind of spiritual pursuit. It's about having that deeper feeling of eliciting something because of needing to connect to yourself or to the world in general, to have meaning, to have feeling, to have a thrill, and usually anytime we live our life, whether it's recklessly or or an extreme, it's really a spiritual pursuit, because we're all just looking to connect to something bigger, something more.
Yeah, that's very deep and very well said, hon. My guides say we go to extremes to find balance. To me, the teacher, the artist, the healer, we especially on the raw and ragged edge of things, a lot of times we're asked to put it out there and let people decide if it's valuable or not, rather than hold back. So
right. I think that the one thing I think as you learn as you get older is that it's all just really about finding balance. It's all about finding that purpose, to continue to have a purpose, but at the same time to find the connection into yourself. Because if you don't feel connected into yourself, into your divine nature, you are always kind of stumbling around. You're always kind of lost or sad or what. But you were talking about being depressed, and music has really helped you in that way. What can you say something about that? Because depression is 2020 has been you had a tragic experience, and many people have had extremely tragic, trying, challenging, never saw it coming experiences beyond COVID, but everything that COVID wrought, whether it was a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one, a loss of home, normalcy, anything, and so there's many people.
Yes.
There's many people that have, they were already struggling, and this just was like the, final kick in the head. So there's a lot of people that are, pandemic quote unquote is over, but the aftermath is still very prevalent and we're still dealing with that fallout. So
Yeah, yeah. Again, honey, that's beautifully said. You know, Lazarus, my teacher, says compassion is the care that's born out of sorrow.
right.
And whatever challenges, you know, and losses and tragedies, like I had a dear friend, not the closest friend in my life, but a dear friend take her own life in the first week in January. And that rocked my world for a while as well. Not anything like her family and all that. But yeah, you know, it's, so I think to me, it's like life is really asking for our total commitment, you know, these days, and to really put into practice what we believe to be true in our hearts, and not sit on the fence and not hold back and not play small, you know, but really give everything we have to give, because as you're saying, this is what we came here for. You know, this is the purpose of life, why our souls put us on the planet. I believe it's a big challenge, but you know, it's why we're here. And how can we walk the talk? How can we live that? How can we, you know, embody God's will in our life and be an inspiration and an example to each other? You know, I was chatting just very briefly here this morning about the fire, which doesn't come up every day, but it came up for whatever reason. And, you know, I was saying, yeah, the great thing of that was people were so generous and so supportive, you know, to me. And, you know, it's made a huge difference in my life this last year for sure.
Yeah. It maybe forced you to have to find, you know, I mean, it forced you to dig deeper into yourself to find some strength maybe you didn't know that you had. And so sorry that I clicked the wrong thing, but
That's all right.
yeah. So, you know, this is the moment that Eckhart Tolle speaks about so eloquently in, you know, his writings, about that moment where everything that you think that you are, everything that you think is going on is suddenly dissolved around you, and you are forced to look at it in a new way. And I mean, you had that in spades, really. You know, it wasn't just one thing, it was everything. It was stripped away. And but you said, but it led to a little depression, is what you said. It led to a little bit of feeling lost and maybe unsure. I mean, what was that for you?
Oh yeah. Keep going. You're doing fine.
Well, you need to describe, I don't want to describe your experience. I think you should describe your experience.
Sure, honey. Yeah. No, it's it was very you know, humbling, and you know, being kind of brought to my knees, and said, now what? You know, smart guy, you know, now what are you going to do? You know, how does this work? And so, yeah, you know, working on opening my heart more to God and truth, and, you know, my spiritual path, and you know, just deepening my willingness and commitments, you know, to listen to, trust, and follow, you know, what Spirit, you know, brings to me. And yeah, it's, you know, you see, there's less room to be anything but totally authentic. And I think that that's the journey that all of us are really in the middle of right now. You know, how can I be more my truest self, my higher self, my best self? How can I bring more of what I love about life into my life and be living it more consciously? So, you know, all of that's been helpful, and I've had a lot of support from many people to encourage me to keep practicing, keep sharing, keep learning, keep studying, all of that. So
right. And music has become a huge part of that whole journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, to really answer your question, I mean, I get completely out of my head when I'm in the music. I'm just in a state of, you know, the energy flowing through me, you know, as much or more so as when I'm channeling. And, you know, it's Addie Lamborn is this one teacher I've been studying with for the last few months, and other friends of mine have as well. And she works with the Divine Mother, and she asked the Divine Mother, how do we stay in touch with you? And the Divine Mother says, sing every day. I just heard this a week ago. I thought, well, that's no problem for me. I'm happy to do that, you know, and I think you are as well. So there's just a magic that happens with music. You were talking about the healing power of sound, and, you know, the Hindus and the kirtan and chant and all these kinds of things that you've studied much more than I have. And, you know, there's an alternate reality, or you know, a different part of our brain opens up when we're doing music that is quite transformative and spiritual and healing.
Well, what they say is that sound works on the subtle body, not on the gross outer body, but on the subtle body. So it's kind of the vibration that and the attunement, especially if the sound, though, you know, even people who are singing very heavy songs, there is an aspect of catharsis and healing and transformation from even that kind of music. So it's not just uplifting music, though that is also very good to get you into a certain state, because music also gets you in a different, you know, different state. But also, you know, heavy, sad music also can put you in a state, but the writing of it can be very cathartic. It can be an expression of your, you know, what's going on with you. But on the positive level, when you're dealing with mantra, sound, music, singing, it's working on the subtle level. And it's my teacher always described it like a little tiny surgeon's knife, just slowly taking away all of that, which is a sort of covering of you understanding your true divine nature, connecting to it. And when you are in the right vibration of the sound, that's why she called her training the heart of the sound. When you're in the true heart of the sound, you really are in that moment connected to that which we are, that the great I am. And the longer that we do that, the more we do that, the more easily. They talk about in Hinduism something called a habit, like their habits, they call them sanskaras, and it's like the groove that you start to build. And it's like if you walk on a path, the path first is, you know, covered with leaves, and then the ground gets packed, and then it gets really like a deep groove and so the more samskaras you build around your practice of sound, the easier and the deeper and the more quickly you can go right into that sort of higher altered state. And we know even from channeling, in that higher state, that's when your creativity is flowing. That's when you're really connected. That's where you're very centered and at peace. And that's the very reason why sound is so very powerful. You know, it's very powerful, and it's accessible. And this is the thing about chanting and prayer and music. It's accessible to everyone, and everyone's instrument, their body, is basically a sound chamber. Our bodies are made to resonate. The chest cavity, the ability of the breath to take deep breath in, to make tones. And with our voices, you know, we are able to we are our own instrument. You truly don't need anything other than your own voice to accompany yourself. And that's what I think is so remarkable, that we came already with these tools to connect. And we don't really quite know yet. I mean, people are just discovering. I mean, you know, of course, there's been great teachers and things that have known, but I think en masse, people are really discovering that this is an actual tool of connection, and teachers are picking up on this, and it's being taught. And, you know, that's why sound healing and sound bowls and stuff, people love it, because it puts them into a state. But when you're actually chanting and singing with your own voice, you know, it's one thing to listen to it. It's another thing to participate in it. And the healing happens inside. And the thing that we know is that our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So if our inner world is at peace and connected, our outer world will reflect that back to us. It doesn't mean we won't have challenges or things come up, but we'll be able to deal with them that much better. And
Yeah, that's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, honey. And I think as the vibration of the planet is growing higher with each passing day, and we see that from the Schumann resonance, and we see that from the solar flares. There were days, weeks, since the spring equinox when the energies just turned up. And a lot of us are feeling that in our physical body and emotional body and etc. It's easier, to find that sweet spot, through music and through toning and chanting and all these kinds of things that really just wipe the mind clean, bring us back to peace, bring us back to joy, bring us
the now moment. Especially they bring us into this now moment, and that's why Eckhart Tolle talks about the power of now. The only real power we have is in the now moment, with our choices, with what we're doing. And music has a way of bringing us right into it. They say if you dwell on the past, you get depressed. If you worry about the future, you're anxious. So, being in the now is the only antidote to depression. And that's why you said when you're singing, you get right out of your head and right into this moment of expression and connection and all that things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
I've got a... Sure. You want another song?
Yes.
All right. Good. I like your enthusiastic response. Thank you. Sure. So this is mine. This is called I Believe in You. Don't let anyone ever tell you no, that your dream can't come true. You reap every seed you sow. I believe in you. Don't let anyone ever break your heart, make you feel sad and blue. You are here to play your part. I believe there's a path to the coolest deep, where the messenger gets through. Every gift you give is all I keep. How could I not believe in you? Don't let anyone ever shape your faith. Everybody's looking for a clue. You have got something to say. I believe. There's a light and it's burning bright. I've watched it blaze the whole night through, like a star that shines so far. I believe in you. anyone ever slow you down. In the end, that's all they could do. This world can turn your head around. I believe. I believe.
Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, I should have waited.
I'll take it. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you.
Wait for the flourish. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You jump in anytime. You're fine.
No, it's awesome. So you wrote that song, when?
A long time ago. I haven't really written a new song yet. I've got about 4 or 5 that are done. And then I've got about 4 or 5 more that need finishing.
I understand how that works.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I'm getting closer. I'm definitely headed in the right direction at this point.
Well, so mostly right now, what really appeals to you is folk. Is that what it is? Being in Ireland, has that been an influence on you?
Yes, I mean, people are mad for music here, and there's a lot of course, amazing Irish musicians and incredible Irish music, and it's a part of the soul of the country. And so, yeah, it's been great. I've seen a lot of great Irish singer-songwriters here: Damien Dempsey, Declan Sinnott, Declan O'Rourke, Christy Moore, etc. So, yeah, there's I'm really surrounded by Irish musicians here. Declan Sinnott played with Christy for decades, and he's a force to be reckoned with. And he produces and plays stuff, and we've done things together, and we may do more things together in the future. And there's Hank Waddell, who's here from America also for many more years than I've been here. Vicky Keating. There's a lot of very talented musicians here, so I'm very lucky that way.
Oh, beautiful. So
Yeah.
for you now, now that the music has become such a big part of what you're doing every day, how is that influencing your channeling, your overall spiritual practice?
Well, what shall I say? I'm still finishing my 3rd and 4th ebook of my channeled stuff. I'm happy. I've got a nice one here that I'd love to read with you called Power Affirmations.
Oh,
that
perfect.
I'm proud of. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I've been channeling a bit less and doing more music, but I don't want to leave that behind. And I'm still studying and meditating as much as ever before. So, it's just a little bit of juggling. One hasn't replaced the other.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, why don't you, I would be happy if you would share with us your channeling book. Yeah. Your upcoming
Thank you.
will be available on Amazon.com very soon.
Yes.
Is that right?
Very soon. Exactly. We're working on that. Yes. This is power. Yes, this is Power Affirmations. So thank you, Karen. Go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, and take a nice deep breath. And as we're all redefining and reaching for a deeper understanding and connection to our own power, these affirmations speak to my heart. I hope they will speak to yours as well. Here we go. I know that I am powerful because I am conscious. I know that I am powerful because I can choose. I know that I am powerful because I am aligned to my principles, ideals, and values. I know that I am powerful because I trust the truth to set me free. I know that I am powerful because I listen to and honor my inner guidance. I know that I am powerful because I take time and make space for peace as often and as deeply as possible. I know that I am powerful because power is not power over, but power with and power within. I know that I am powerful because my heart, soul, and spirit are guiding me, are healing me, are loving me. I know that I am powerful because I am a guide, a healer, and a lover of truth, of values, of freedom for myself, for my loved ones, and for my world. I stand in my truth. I stand in my power. I stand in my spirit. One unconquerable, invincible, impenetrable vision, vibration, and knowing of who I truly am, in the heart of the goddess, in the mind of God, as a man, woman, child on Mother Earth, for all life, for the animals, for the plants, for the elementals, for all humanity. I let it be. I give thanks. I am here. I am ready. I am powerful. And so it is. Take a deep breath. And thank you. Can I give you one more here?
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. So this is Christ consciousness prayer.
Okay.
So continuing in our inner connection there, take another deep breath, if you would. Father, Mother God, indwelling Holy Presence, Lord God Almighty, great and perfect Spirit, we give thanks for you, for the truth that God is with us and for us today, tomorrow, and forever, for all we need and desire, all we dream and imagine. God is the creator of all life everywhere. And in this powerful moment, we stand for love and light, peace and healing, for health, life, and sovereignty. Father, Mother God, use us this day for your divine purpose, that we may be an inspiration and an example to everyone we meet, that we may live truly with an open heart from the inside out, being a light unto the world in times of great darkness. For this and more than words can say, we are grateful and thankful. We call forth the white dove of healing and peace. We let it rise above us in our mind's eye. We let it pour forth the Christ consciousness of unconditional love to everyone who is calling for healing, for help, for grace, for peace, for hope, for new beginnings. Father, Mother God, we love you. Thank you, and we stand with you and for you. Help us to open our hearts. Help humanity to open its heart. Help us to love and be loved as never before. We bless everyone. We bless this moment. We know in truth all is well, now, today, and forever. We let it be, and so it is. We give thanks, and it is so. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Someone is just about
I
to
have one,
appreciate. Yeah, go ahead.
yes, I have one more here. Do three? Three is a good number.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, dear. You're very good. Song of Freedom. Let the music wash over you, your mind still and your heart open. Let yourself connect with the spirits that have passed over in this lifetime. Father, mother, grandparents, siblings, or dear friends. We love you more than you can ever know. We celebrate you in this moment, you of which is ourselves. The bond that we have created in this lifetime is unshakable and unbreakable, and it can only expand in the days and months ahead on our journey home. You are a powerful and beautiful spiritual being, and you are human. Your humanity with its faults and weaknesses, and your divinity with its inspirations and perfections. To the human mind are truly two sides of the same vibration. When you cherish your humanity, you open to your divinity. And like two hands coming together, like two souls embracing, like two beautiful beings of light merging as one, we are there in those moments to lift you up, to heal you, to help you, and to set you free. You are not distant. We are here. We are not better. We are aware. We have not forgotten you. We love you. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be healed. Let yourself be set free. You are a visionary. You are a spiritual leader. The world is searching for you. Shine your light, share your love, and know we are with you, dear one, each and every step on this beautiful, magical, miraculous song of freedom. Be at peace. We will meet again. Peace and blessings. Namaste.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just considering what I wanted to ask you about them. All of these channelings, well, these channelings that you bring in, is it channelings over time? Did you sit down and channel this book?
These were channelings I did in the moment. They were transcribed, and that's how I put them together.
So we
Are you
missed
there?
the first, yeah, we're here, but you got a little bumpy. So you said they were done in the moment, but over a period of time. Is that what you just said?
Sorry. They were done in the moment and then transcribed, and then I've edited them over a period of time. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so
Yeah.
you got several books you're working on, and are they all basically just, is it just that you have so many channelings that you need them to be several books, or is that the case?
Yes. Yes, that's the case. Yeah. I've finished 2 and I'm nearly done with the 3rd. This is just needing to be turned into a PDF and uploaded, and pick the site, Amazon or somewhere else. And then I have one more after that. So
Quite a lot. So are the first 2 available already?
they're not available right now. No, I need to republish them, and I will do that when I do this 3rd one as well.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So we have to
Yeah.
just keep checking.
So I'll keep you posted. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as it happens. I promise. Hopefully
Okay.
soon.
Well, it's exciting
Yeah,
when you have
yeah.
a book like that going out into the world, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I usually ask you this because you're usually very up on the energies and what's coming and the predictions, because you follow a lot of the different astrologers, but also quite a few.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that thing on your head?
That's my 3rd eye. That's my 3rd eye coming awake. Yeah.
Okay. So can you maybe give us a preview of what is it that your feel is alive in the energy right now?
Sure. Well, as I say, I feel like we're really turning a huge corner. You know, we're coming up to the summer solstice in less than a month now, in 3 weeks, basically. And, you know, the spring and the energies of the spring have been so intense, and they have been really intense for everyone that I've spoken with. Excuse me. And a lot of things are, because of the eclipse energy, a lot of old ideas and old habits are breaking apart, and new ways of living, new ways of being, new ways of, you know, showing up in the world are really, you know, being called forth from all of us. So, you know, there's, you know, it's a big roller coaster for myself, like with all of this, you know, and I know you've been through some huge changes in the last couple of years as well. And I'm sure everyone on this call, you know, we've really had to get very real with ourselves and very more deeply connected to something more than just the passing, you know, drama, of which there is so much to choose from and so much to be, you know, distracted by or overwhelmed by, etc. So it is a real deep work, but I feel like if we can keep coming back to hope and being positive and being, you know, passionate and inspired and loving and serving, you know, as you've been living for a long time as well, you know, then we're going to be able to show the world that there is a new world coming into being, and there is a new path to walk into that world. But it takes total commitment to be able to stay in that vibration.
We ain't kidding about that.
Woo!
It really does. It takes a lot, and yeah, to not be distracted. Well, I mean, there's so much. I mean, the thing is that it's the kind of thing of all the distraction going on in the world. Where do you get involved? Where do you just step back and say, I'll leave it to others? You know, there's so much that right now requires our attention that as light workers to not just say, I'm, you know, I mean, the one thing I can tell you is there's no scripture anywhere where the person who was the hero of the story just went and laid on the beach and had a great life. I mean, they're full of challenges. They're full of, you know, constant challenges and things to overcome. And we are the ones that should be leading the charge in any of it. And, you know, but we have to do it, you know, ideally from a place of knowing who we are. So what we do bring to the table is an enlightened, you know, it's one thing to be enlightened. It's another thing to live an enlightened life, you know, and to help other people live that kind of enlightened lifestyle. So we gotta keep going, keep praying and keep going, but not sitting down, not thinking that someone else is going to do stuff for us. We really have to be the ones. I mean, in so many cases, with everything that's happening in the world, the tragedies, the stuff, we need to be, you know, focused on solving a lot of these problems. And who better to do it than those that really see humanity as one, who understand that we're all connected. So
that's right, honey. I mean, you're living in an ashram, which is, you know, that's as wonderful a sense of community as is available on the planet, I think, right now. You know, and that, to me, community is the essential building block and glue, where, you know, I mean, you and I have been friends for years, and here we are chatting again. And you know, everyone on the call that follows Hucolo and is doing their own inner work and their own inner journeys, you know, we're all drawn into these energies over and over again to try to learn how to co-create something meaningful and sustainable, as you're saying. And you know, it's to me, that's it. Community is how we get through these next few years, you know, meaningfully and joyously.
Right. So would you just led us in some affirmation. Would you be willing to take some questions from people?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have a question for our lovely and talented guest, Lulu Martin? Lulu Martin, not the Lulu Martin. Does anyone have a question? Susan? Or no? Anyone? Usually we have so many questions in the room, and now everyone is like crickets. Let me see. No one has a question? Well, then I take it back. Maybe we don't have a question for you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Well, why don't you do this? If it is quiet, you could maybe do another song, lead us in a prayer, and then we'll say goodnight. We'll make this short, sweet, and to the point.
Sure. Right. You talked me into it. Sounds good.
Okay, sounds good too. To me too.
Thank you. Good. Well, I'll give you one of my favorites here, which is The Times They Are Changing. Come gather round, people, wherever, and admit that the waters around you are and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing. Writers and critics who prophesize with your pen. Keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheels still spin. There's no telling who it's naming. For the loser now, maybe later will win. For the times they are changing. Mothers and fathers throughout the land, don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can. Lend your hand for the time. They are changing. Senators, congressmen, easy to call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't wander the hall. For he who gets hurt will be he who has stalled. The battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your wall. For the time they are changing. The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. Slow ones now will later be past. As the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first ones now will later be last. For the times they are changing.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
And everyone at YouTube is also enjoying it as well. So I think the best thing to do would be to lead us in a beautiful prayer. And then
Sure.
we will, and if there's anything that you want to talk about that you haven't discussed or shared, but you shared your beautiful channeling. So it's up to you. But if there's anything that's heavy in your heart or light in your heart that you want to share, feel free to share that too.
All right, honey. Thank you. That's a irresistible invitation if ever I heard one. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bless you. Well, all right. I'll just channel here because I haven't done that yet. So go ahead and close your eyes, turn within, take a deep breath. Right. God bless you, dear friends. Yeah, what a pleasure to be here with every heart wide open, absolutely joyous. Dear friends, let's imagine 7 stars spiral down through time and space, touch the crown, take a lovely deep breath. And let the 7 chakras light up, crown, third eye, throat, and heart. Take another beautiful breath. And down the will center, the navel, the sacral, the root, down hips, legs, feet. Let the energy flow down, down, down into Mother Earth. Take another deep breath. God bless you, dear friends. It's a pleasure, it's a joy. Dear friends, we just want to say this in the moment that we have here with you. Your heart knows the truth when you feel it, when you hear it, when it's sung to you, yeah? Your heart opens to the truth, dear friends, and closes things that aren't true for you any longer, that steps back from the things that are no longer what you're interested or what you're attracted to or what you're looking for in life. And that is the journey of life, dear friend. Of course it is, the beating of your heart every moment, the breathing of your body every moment. So you are the tuning fork, yeah? Looking for that harmony, if you like, yeah? Dear friends, in life, where you click and connect and get into that groove with somebody else, that beautiful energy with somebody else. And dear friends, that's what love is all about. Of course it is. Love is that moment of transcending the illusions of separation of the mind and the body and time and space, and putting you back into that river of love and light, that flow and that majesty and that joy and that happiness, that abundance, dear friends, that health and that feeling of infinite possibility that is your soul's calling, dear friends. So there are many in the world right now, because of the intensity and the lack of freedom, God bless you indeed, of the last few years, the lockdown and the shutdown and all of that, yeah, that have been thrown back deep into themselves, dear friends, you and many others who have made the journey back to the soul, dear friends, made the journey back to the source, dear friends, made the journey back to love, dear friends. And having done that, now you're looking for these opportunities and creating these moments when you can truly bring more of yourself out into your life and out into the world without hesitation, dear friends, without needing anyone else's approval, God bless you. It is that you understand and accept. So, dear friends, we're saying it simply put here, this is a time of incredible freedom. And we want you to take, please, full advantage of that which you have wept and prayed for and often bled and died for, dear friends, in this and other lifetimes, God bless you. So that, dear ones, you can be the bringers of the dawn, the way showers, the map makers, the visionaries, the examples that humanity is precious, that life is a sacred gift, dear friends, and that you have it within you to create a world of happiness, joy, and freedom, dear friends, to truly trust that and know that. And so, dear friends, there are many battles that are happening in the human heart and in the mind of humanity and in yourselves even still. And yet, dear friends, you have come through an initiation. There's not a better way to put it to you. And we ask you to acknowledge your own victory, dear friends, to celebrate where you have arrived at this point in your journey, and to realize, dear friends, that there are millions, indeed billions, of fellow travelers on this journey here with you who are a step behind or a step ahead of where you are. And as was said here, are seeking that community of spirit, dear friends, that family of light, that oneness and that understanding that you are in a whole new reality. Dear friends, the door is wide open in your heart and in this world. And we celebrate you. We recognize you. We see you for who you are. And we invite you to know that life is a gift and that you are here ready and waiting, ready and available, ready and anxious and excited and eager to open the gift of life in new and wondrous ways. Therefore, dear friends, know, as we close here with you, indeed, you are a spiritual being, today, tomorrow, and forever. And you are yet focused in this time and space right here and now, knowing what you know and caring about what you care about, because you have a gift to offer this. Let your light shine. Let your love touch the hearts of this world and celebrate the gift of you. We love you so, dear friends, forever and a day. Be at peace. All is well. Peace and blessings. Namaste.
Beautiful. Namaste.
Thank you.
There's just a lot to think of. There's a lot to think about. It's just, we're in such a transition.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, it's
I can give you one. Sorry, go on.
No, that was it. That I was just going to say that basically again, but you can say, you can give me what?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, honey, you're so good at creating a beautiful space for me and for everyone here, and I just want to thank you for that. And you know, it's always, when I get the little Karen time in my life, it's always a wonderful thing. So, you know, I just want to thank you again for creating this space for me and for all of us. I mean, there are some heavy things in my life and in the world and all of that. But I just do feel, I hope you feel this as well, and everyone here, that we really actually do understand what's happening and what we can do about it most of the time, you know, and that's not the case for everyone on the planet. Excuse me. So I do feel like there's a huge building of momentum for all of us here. And we know it's great that, when we're gathered together, two or more, in this online community and in our lives, Spirit is just pouring it on. So I'm feeling that today, feeling that love and light just getting poured on here. So it's a pleasure and a privilege to be here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you, and I value our friendship that has lasted these many years, several years now, just with a random, I don't remember how we even met each other, but it's been so nice to, I know we talked through Facebook somehow, and that was it. So
sure. Yeah.
Very valuable.
Yeah. I have one more song to leave you with when we're ready for that.
Yes. We'll take that as
Okay.
our blessing.
Sure.
And
Sure.
we will end on that note. Thank you.
Sure. My pleasure. So this is another one of mine, and I think you'll enjoy this. This is called Warrior of Love. Okay?
Oh.
All right.
What love?
Yes, that's it. I've been looking in the shadows where the mystery. I've been kneeling without you in the sun that keeps me warm. I've been following the footsteps of the ones who come and gone. I've been flying with the eagles to the center of the soul. Late in the afternoon, twilight fills the sky, stretching out the evening's morning. My heart explodes with joy, I can't hear the baby cry, and I have the light of a new day morning. As for those who go, warrior of love, warrior of love. Take the shackles from my feet and the madness from my mind. Let the circle be complete, like a moment out of time. Make the earth and heaven speak to me. I have been deaf, dumb, and blind. Now every flower's gone to seed. With every dream my heart can find. As I turn into the emptiness to grace, I'm lifted up by the hands that adore me. The whole wide universe is filled with these souls. The door of life is opening before me. Give me the strength to trust, like a warrior of love. Warrior of love. On a silent hill where life and death collide, between the past and the present moments for me. for every questing heart that hath it from inside. And all the rest of this, just your story. You are alright, much more than enough. You're a warrior of enough. Warrior of enough. Warrior of
I love it. The warrior of love.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you so much, Lou. It's been once a very nice pleasure to have you, and look forward to connecting you when
Thank
I'm
you.
back. I'll be back in Europe on the 11th of June, and then in the US on by the 20th, and then back to Europe one more time, and then I'll be back in India. We'll connect.
Right.
you.
You're covering the globe, honey. You're getting
I
those
am.
flyer miles. Good.
I
Good.
wish I could get them on one consistent airline. So, yeah. Thank you, though. All right. And I wish you all the success
Thank
with
you.
your house. It'll all work out perfectly in God's plan. So I have
God
no
bless.
doubt.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Yes. Thanks, everyone. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Thank
Andy,
you.
is there an announcement before we
You're
go?
welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy?
Yes, thank
announcement?
you very much. Yes. The announcements are, there are 2 classes scheduled, Sunday, June 12th from 1 to 6 p.m. Galactic Energy Healing Student Class. It is $150. It's 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second class is Saturday, July 23rd, 1:30 to 6:30. It's the Galactic Energy Healing Teacher Course, and that is $150 as well. Both classes, if you're interested or have questions, email classes@hucolo.org and I will get back to you. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So next week, Jim will be back. Angie will be hosting,
Yes.
and it should be a fun, full night of rompus, whatever.
Will be morning for us.
Yeah, that's right. It's a fun-filled night for me. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes. All right, my love. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We see you. Well, I will see you in 2 weeks. And
Yes.
yes. All right. Much love to everyone, and see you very soon. Have a fantastic week. And just everyone holding the children and families of the children in Texas in our prayers. And whew, what a week. What a week. So